Give me the keys.
What do I do now?
Give me the keys.
This is 81-year-old Olen Lane. He had a stroke 5 years ago. He suffers from memory issues, and last month he got pulled over by a deputy in Hempstead County, Arkansas.
What in the world did I do?
Why did you take off from that stop?
I stopped.
Why did you take off from this stop?
Well,
You better give me a good reason right now.
I don't know.
Step out the vehicle.
If you have an elderly family member, which most of us do, I know this video may be hard to watch, but you need to watch it.
Retarded. Let go of your hand.
Yes, the deputy involved here already got fired. I'm going to show you all the obvious signs that this deputy missed. Then I'm going to list all the common signs of dementia that police officers should always be looking for, and also what they should do when they see them. And also I need your help to make sure that this bad apple doesn't just pop up somewhere else.
What the you doing? Do not move that vehicle again. Do you have mental issues? Or you have dementia?
This is not the first video I've shown of police officers mistreating the most vulnerable among us, our senior citizens. But they are not the only ones. 33 million elderly and disabled Americans receive their healthcare benefits through Medicare programs, which in turn has relied on independent brokers to help them navigate that and find the right plan. Recently, the DOJ filed a massive fraud complaint alleging that these brokers were steering seniors to the plans that paid them, the brokers, the highest kickbacks, as opposed to the plans that were right for the seniors. I have a completely free resource for my audience. It's called Chapter. Here's what it does. So there are over 24,000 available Medicare health plans. You can call Chapter at this number that I have on the screen. In 20 minutes, a Medicare expert will compare the options and find the right plan for the specific individual, saving seniors an average of $1,100 a year. If the person is already on the right plan, they will confirm that. The real live person that they will talk to at Chapter is unbiased. Their experts are salaried and not incentivized to push any particular plan. This is a completely free resource for my audience, so if you are 65 or older or you're helping somebody who is, please use it and give them a call today at 215-876-8603. I'll also paste the number below in the description. Now let's get back to this video. This occurred on July 25th of this year in Hempstead County, Arkansas, where Hempstead County Sheriff's Office Deputy Jason Johnson pulled over 81-year-old Olen Lane for speeding on a county road.
Deputy Johnson, Hempstead County Sheriff's Office.
Hey,
Next time, just pull over.
right in the middle of the road.
I don't give a where you pull over at, tell you the truth.
What do we know so far about this traffic stop? Apparently, Deputy Johnson is upset because the driver did not pull over right away. Secondly, the driver did not pull over at the most appropriate and safe location on the side of the road. Third, we can tell that the driver is elderly and appears to be having difficulty communicating with Deputy Johnson. These were all things that should have screamed to Deputy Johnson to take a step back and examine the circumstances. Instead, he grew increasingly more aggressive.
Just honestly, if I sound aggressive, yes, I'm a little perturbed because you could have pulled over at any time.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
He decided to give Mr. Lane a warning for speeding and a ticket for not wearing his seatbelt. Deputy Johnson's body cam shows him writing out the ticket, and then all of a sudden, he begins driving and angrily swearing.
What the you doing? Do not move that vehicle again.
Deputy Johnson stops Mr. Lane's vehicle a second time. Deja vu. But this time he's even more aggressive. As he gets out of the police cruiser, he slams the door and he storms over to Mr. Lane's vehicle. Again presented with the same circumstances that should have given him pause. He instead gets even more aggressive and abusive with this 81-year-old man.
Give me the keys.
What do I do now?
Give me the keys.
What in the world did I do?
Why did you take off from that stop?
I stopped.
Why did you take off from this stop?
Well,
You better give me a good reason right now.
I don't know.
Step out the vehicle. Retarded. Let go of your hand.
Deputy Johnson roughly pulls Mr. Lane out of his vehicle. He handcuffs him, hands behind his back, takes him over to the police cruiser and roughly shoves him in to the rear of the police cruiser.
Step up in there. Started.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Put your legs in. You done earned your trip to jail.
All the while aggressively cursing at him and being abusive towards this 81-year-old man. And Johnson can't deny noticing the signs of possible dementia. After he puts Mr. Lane into the rear of the police cruiser, still handcuffed behind his back, he begins shouting aggressively questions at him, including asking him if he has dementia.
Do you have mental issues? Or you have dementia? I need to know right now.
No.
Then why did you leave this traffic stop right back here?
I guess I just don't know the daggone law.
Apparently not.
Thankfully, other officers eventually arrived on the scene, and they began to question Mr. Lane about everything that had happened.
I was trying to understand your thinking.
They ended up learning that he had had a stroke 5 years ago, that he has memory issues. They ended up uncuffing him and contacting his daughter.
Yeah, they're not made for comfort.
He was observed to be unsteady on his feet. One of the officers requested that he get checked out by an ambulance.
You seem a little disoriented and stuff. So I'd like for you to at least get checked out. Make sure you're not having a mini stroke or something, okay? Especially if you have a history of having strokes.
Still, though, Mr. Lane was cited for not wearing a seatbelt and for fleeing, but thankfully did not go to the Hempstead County Detention Center. When conducting a traffic stop involving a senior citizen, police officers should always be attentive to potential signs of dementia. Here are some of the key signs that they should be looking for. Number 1, confusion or disorientation. The individual may seem confused about their location, their destination, or the purpose of the stop in the first place. They may not know where they are or why they were pulled over. They may have difficulty understanding or responding to simple instructions, such as providing a driver's license or registration. Secondly, memory issues, such as forgetting recent events, such as why they were driving or what they were doing before the stop. Many times they will repeat questions or statements indicating short-term memory lapses. Third, difficulty communicating, such as struggling to find words, using vague or incorrect terms, or giving inappropriate responses to questions. They may have trouble following the conversation or responding coherently to the officer's inquiries. Fourth, impaired judgment or decision making. They may display poor judgment, such as failing to stop at a traffic signal or engaging in unsafe driving prior to the stop. They may display an inability to assess the situation, such as not recognizing the seriousness of a traffic stop. Number 5, emotional or behavioral changes. Unusual agitation, anxiety, or irritability during the interaction, which may seem disproportionate to the situation, or displaying apathy or a lack of emotional response when one would be expected. 6, difficulty with motor skills, struggling with tasks that require coordination, such as retrieving documents from a wallet or a glove box. Slow or hesitant movements that suggest difficulty processing physical actions. 7, inappropriate or unsafe driving behavior. Erratic driving patterns before the stop, such as drifting between lanes, driving significantly below the speed limit, or stopping unnecessarily. Failing to respond appropriately to traffic signs, signals, or road conditions. 8, appearance of neglect. Signs of personal neglect, such as unkempt clothing or poor hygiene, which may indicate broader cognitive or functional decline. When confronted with this, especially multiple of these circumstances, what should the police officer do instead of doing what Deputy Johnson is doing in this video? They should approach the situation with patience, speak clearly, calmly, and slowly, allowing extra time for responses. They should avoid overwhelming the individual with rapid or complex questions. They should look for medical alerts. They should check for medical bracelets or cards indicating dementia or Alzheimer's disease. And very importantly, they should use de-escalation techniques. Individuals with dementia may become confused or agitated, so maintaining a calm and non-threatening demeanor is critical. So basically the opposite of everything that Deputy Jason Johnson did here at this traffic stop.
Right in the middle of the road.
I don't give a where you pull over at, tell you the truth. If I'm just honestly, if I sound aggressive, yes, I'm a little perturbed because you could have pulled over at any time. What you doing? Do not move that vehicle again. Give me the keys.
What did I do now?
Give me the keys.
What in the world did I do?
Why did you take off from that stop?
I stopped.
Why did you take off from this stop?
Well,
You better give me a good reason right now.
I don't know.
Step out the vehicle. Retarded. Let go of your hand. Do you have mental issues? Or you have dementia?
Deputy Johnson ended up getting terminated from his position by the Hempstead County Sheriff James Singleton. The sheriff's office issued this statement. Deputy Johnson was terminated following an internal review of an incident that occurred on July 25, 2025. It was determined that his conduct during a recorded traffic stop involving an 81-year-old male, he, Deputy Johnson, violated multiple departmental policies and ethical standards expected of a sworn law enforcement officer. The type of behavior demonstrated by Deputy Johnson constituted conduct unbecoming of a law enforcement officer and is in direct conflict with the values, integrity, and public trust we strive to uphold within our agency and community. Okay, he was fired. Great. I actually called the sheriff's office here with some questions, and the sheriff himself answered. And so I spoke to him briefly, and I said, well, thanks for firing this guy. And this is what he said. We're an open book. Okay, I respect that. He fired this guy. The reasons for that are obvious, but we know what happens across the country. This guy apparently has no other marketable skills other than doing things like he did in this video. So he pops up somewhere else working for some other county or some other city. How do we stop that? Well, like most states, in Arkansas, somebody has to be certified or licensed to be a police officer in the first place by some overseeing government agency. Arkansas has this Commission on Law Enforcement Standards and Training. So I did some research on it. This is one of their primary objectives, to establish minimum standards for employment and continued employment for police officers, including minimum standards of education, physical, emotional, intellectual, and moral fitness, and such other matters that relate to the competence and reliability of persons seeking employment and in continued employment within the public law enforcement service. I'm sure most of us can agree that Deputy Jason Johnson, or former Deputy Jason Johnson, does not hopefully meet whatever the minimum standard is for emotional, intellectual, and moral fitness. He is not competent, he is not reliable, and he should not be certified. Just looking at their website, I could see that this guy, Chris Chapman, was the director of this entire commission. I ended up finding his email address and I emailed him and I sent him a link to the media report about this with some of the body cam footage. And I asked him, is there any ongoing investigation into this guy? Are you guys doing anything about him? Or is he going to pop up somewhere else? Did I get a response? No. I waited even several days. No response. But if you look around on their website, they have a listing of all of their staff there at the Commission on Law Enforcement Standards and Training. I'm not sure which member of the staff should be the government employee who is charged with protecting the public from bad apples such as this guy, but a lot of them have email addresses on there and other forms of contact. Their website doesn't show any obvious way of beginning a complaint like this or inquiring about a complaint like this, but maybe with your help, we can get that figured out. So if we ever do get that figured out, I would love to do an update on this situation, and you can follow along by subscribing both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. You can follow me on X at JohnBryanESQ. Our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.